The battlefield faded around them, leaving only the strength of their bond. Humans were not weak. They were not fragile. Through persistence, courage, and the mercy of an alien princess, life endured, and a new chapter began, one that promised hope, unity, and the enduring power of compassion in a universe that had long forgotten such things. Yet even as the smoke cleared and the fires dimmed, he could feel the weight of the future pressing down on his shoulders. Wars were not over, and the galaxy remained cruel and unyielding. Every choice carried consequence, every act of mercy carried risk, and every life saved was a thread in a web of interstellar destiny. He turned to the princess, her silver eyes reflecting not sorrow now, but determination and quiet pride. "I survived," he said softly, voice hoarse but firm. "Not just for me, but for you, your people, and everyone who believed in life over death." She regarded him for a long moment, a faint, almost imperceptible smile touching her lips. "And in surviving, you've reminded me of something I almost forgot," she whispered. "Humans, you fight not merely with strength, but with heart. That is something no warrior, no queen, could teach. That is something only you could bring." The wind stirred, carrying ash and the faint scent of scorched metal. Around them, the battlefield seemed to breathe, acknowledging the shift not through destruction, but through unity. For the first time, he saw the potential for something greater than victory or survival, a chance for cooperation, trust, and understanding between species that had been at war for centuries. He stepped closer, feeling the warmth of her presence, the quiet but immense power she wielded, and the fragile trust they had built together. "Then we fight together," he said, voice firm, side by side. "Not enemies. Not strangers. Allies." She lowered her spear slightly, an act of both trust and acknowledgement. "Yes," she replied. "Together, we can face anything the galaxy throws at us. Together, we can survive, and perhaps even thrive." In that moment, he realized something profound. Life was not simply survival, it was the choices made, the bonds forged, and the hope carried into every uncertain tomorrow. The alien princess had risked everything to save him, and in surviving, he had gained far more than mere existence. He had gained purpose, understanding, and a partnership that transcended worlds. They stood side by side as the horizon slowly brightened, the sun piercing through the lingering smoke and ash. The battlefield, once terrifying and endless, now seemed almost smaller, less threatening. Yet he knew that the trials were far from over. Enemies would rise again. Foes would test their resolve. And the galaxy's cruelty was far from spent. But he was no longer the man who had stumbled onto a death world, weak and broken. He was human, yes, but human with courage, skill, and the unshakable bond of trust forged with an alien princess who had chosen mercy over law, compassion over duty. For the first time, he allowed himself a rare smile. "What now?" he asked, looking at her. She smiled faintly, a glimmer of warmth in her silver eyes. "Now we prepare. We train. We rebuild. And when the next battle comes, and it will come, we will face it together. Not as savior and saved, not as human and alien, but as equals." He nodded, feeling a surge of determination and clarity. The spear, once a symbol of deadly power, now represented something greater, trust, courage, and the fragile, unbreakable bond between two beings from different worlds who had chosen life over death. As they moved forward together, the ruined battlefield behind them, he felt a new sense of purpose. Every step was heavier with responsibility, but lighter with hope. He understood that the galaxy was vast, dangerous, and unforgiving, but it was also alive, full of opportunities for mercy, courage, and the forging of alliances that could change the course of history. She glanced at him, her eyes meeting his with a mixture of respect and challenge. "You've changed," she said softly. "Stronger. Wiser. Alive not just in body but in spirit." "I've learned from you," he replied. "From your mercy, and from your strength. And I'll carry it forward, no matter what comes." A soft wind carried the distant sounds of life, the echoes of survivors, the faint hum of alien technology, and the whispers of the universe itself. Somewhere deep in the stars, humans and aliens alike would remember this day, not for the deaths, not for the devastation, but for the spark of hope and the courage to defy fate, to trust, and to fight together. The alien princess turned, spear raised, not as a weapon but as a beacon. The human followed her lead, no longer fragile, no longer powerless, but alive with purpose. Together they stepped into the uncertain horizon, ready to face the trials ahead, knowing that whatever challenges came, they would endure, they would fight, and they would thrive. And in that moment, he understood fully what she had whispered, touch my spear, and live. And now, living was not just survival, it was the beginning of a legacy, a partnership, and an adventure that would echo across worlds, across generations, and across the endless stretch of the galaxy itself.